Alright, we're back. It turns out I had to go back to the Nexus to talk to our dwarf friend here.
Yeah, wait. What's that?
I'm sorry?
That thing you've got there, the shard. Can I take a look at it for a second? Nihal's hammer. This is amazing. No, more than that. This is phenomenal.
I don't follow. What's so special about this thing?
This thing, as you call it, is part of an artifact. One that the scholars have been writing about for centuries. Blazes Tahar. Sometimes I wonder why it's always you who find such treasures, and not me. Look, if you find more of these, please bring them to me as fast as you can. It might be possible to reconstruct them, and that... I can't even begin to imagine what that would entail.
Okay. If I find more pieces, I'll bring them to you.
You have to. Nihal's hammer, I still can't believe it.
Alright, that's one thing that we got done.
Ah, Tahar. How nice of you to come by.
Made yourself comfortable?
Comfortable? Believe me, being comfortable is the last thing on my mind right now. Just look at this place. A Shaper city. Don't you feel it too? This sense of divinity?
I do. It's beautiful.
Indeed it is. Tahar, I'm not sure if you understand how much this means to me. The forgotten city of Mullendir, the heritage of the Shapers. Since my childhood days, I've dreamed of this. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, thank you. You and the Harbinger have made this dream come true.
Well, all we did was save you from the orcs. You were the one who found the entrance.
You make it sound as if saving me from those greenskins was an easy feat. It wasn't. Anything else I can help you with? If not, I'd like to take another look at that rune Lekain gave us. It's at least as amazing as this place.
Alright, let's... He done finally? Are we done with him?
Now we
Do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
Where did you meet Loren? Oh man, we got a lot of conversation with him.
There's something I've been wondering about. How did your cooperation with the Harbinger begin?
Well, that was simple. I was in Everlight at the time, on request of a nobleman. He'd hired me to do some work on an artifact collection of his. One night, a courier contacted me and gave me a letter. The message outlined the mission and the pay, even though the latter was almost irrelevant to me once I realized what it was that Lekain wanted me to find.
Mullendir.
Yeah, you know the rest of the story.
What are your thoughts on the Harbinger, Rondar Lekain?
Well, he's my employer. Without him, I wouldn't be on this mission. Or, what do you mean?
I was trying to say, how do you feel about what he stands for? The purity of light, Aeonir's return.
Oh, that. I'm not certain I have an opinion on these matters.
Don't you care who you're working for?
Truth be told, not that much. Making a living as an archaeologist is hard enough as it is. I can't afford to be picky. And in all honesty, aren't Lekain and his fellows just more of the same? There have always been cults who weren't happy with the Guardians and believed they had found the true and only God. There was even that one who believed in a sort of schizophrenic God, who was both the trinity of three different beings and the singular omnipotent God at the same time. However that's supposed to work. Sounds funny when you think about it, but those lads were dead serious.
Do you think that they're harmless?
So you think the purity is harmless?
Of course they are. And like any other fanatic, he and his fellows will go down once people realize his God doesn't have all the answers.
You don't believe in the return?
So you don't believe in Aeonir's return? In the new world?
No, I don't.
But there's truth to what the purity claims. The Guardians have been unusually silent.
Yeah, because maybe they finally realized how silly and ungrateful most of their creations are and decided not to bother anymore. What I'm trying to say is, there could be all kinds of reasons why they've withdrawn. And I doubt a bonkers robe-wearing lad such as Lekain knows the answer.
Does the Harbinger know you feel that way?
No, I guess not, but he doesn't need to know about that, does he?
I'm sorry, Iskrim, but Lekain is different. The purity is more influential than any other of these cults that came and went.
Oh, now you're blowing this out of proportion. It's not that bad.
If dozens of mages being murdered and branded doesn't qualify as bad, then no, I'm not.
Fair enough. Maybe you have a point. But I don't see how it changes anything about our mission. Lekain didn't hire us to kill people, but to save them. And I consider that a respectable goal.
Are you really?
How does one make a living as an archaeologist?
Good question. One I usually prefer not to think or talk about. To be honest, it's a tough life. For some obscure reason, only very few scholars take interest in the Shaper or the Hibernian culture, even though there is so much to be found. It's a shame.
Like what? What is there to be found?
What? You mean apart from monumental steel constructs, ghost warriors, and a city full of ancient secrets to be discovered? A lot. But that's another topic.
How do you explain that lack of interest?
Well, what do you think? Ignorance. No matter if it's orcs, elves, dwarves, or humans. We're all terribly bad at learning from the past. Blasted, there's so much to be found, so much to be explored. Not just riches, but the technology, wisdom, and ancient secrets. But no, for some reason, the people with the coin just don't care. The only ones who even try to access this treasure are incompetent amateur treasure hunters, who usually get their heads chopped off by the first defense mechanism they walk into.
True. It's a pity.
Well, I suppose that answers your question. The life of an archaeologist is hard, and there have been times where I questioned if all the sacrifices I've made were worth it. Yet, here I am now.
Alright, how does a dwarf end up in North
I've been meaning to ask you, how does a dwarf end up so far from the Windwall Mountains?
Let's not talk about this now, shall we? Maybe later.
Alright, sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No sweat, Tahar. It's fine.
That's what we're gonna have to talk about later.
Found out anything new about the rune?
Well, so far all I can say is that what Lekain has given you is indeed a Shaper artifact, as we suspected. Now, I would write all this purity talk of the rune being a gift of Aenir off as religious nonsense if it weren't for the fact that the rune's energy actually interacts with the Godstones, shrines of Aenir.
Which means that the Shapers and Aenir are somehow connected.
Somehow, yes. And I'll find out how.
That armor you're wearing looks quite special. Is it from Windwall?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's from Windwall. I forged it myself. Why do you ask?
Well, our smiths might be able to forge you a better one. It looks quite worn.
What? No. No, that's not gonna happen.
Why not?
It means something to me. But if it's my protection you're worried about, I can do some work on it myself. You'd have to cover the expenses, though. I'm a bit short on material these days.
Fair enough. I'll let you know if I have some resources to spare.
Alright.
Goodbye.
So we gained schematic. F-head knob, Axe Mountain, Master of Life and Death. We have the hilt. We need a knob and blade, and great axe. Oh, there's even more. Might of the Giant, Executioner's Blade. So there's a lot of little things we can find out that we can get him to build. Something
Tahar,
we can give him?
may I help you with something?
No.
Goodbye.
Okay, so that's to improve the armor. Find dwarven outer plating stone. We have one of the Master of Life and Death. Advance the main quest. How do I do that? Love how they give you a lot of info. Assume that's our cast spells. Gaining allies.
Yes?
And we need to get moving. Over here. Go talk to her. See what you got for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everything's going good with you guys today. This game isn't the fastest game in the world. Not a lot of action, a lot of dead time in between. So I'm going to try to do some of that exploration, make cut and paste in between. Miles goes
Now
to
would
bed,
you look
so
at
I don't know
that.
what that means.
So, this is it, isn't it? Our base of operations?
So it seems.
An ancient shaper city on a quest to find a cure for the bloodburn. And we're working for the purity of light. Sounds crazy if you say it like that. Just some weeks ago, I thought I'd be in Greyfell now, trying to make a fresh start as an innkeep.
Innkeep? You?
Hey, don't laugh. What's wrong with some honest work after years of defiling on the road? Getting up early in the morning, setting the tables, serving mulled wine and stew to tired, weary souls. Just a simple, honest life.
Innkeeping is fun, until you find yourself on your knees at dawn, clearing up the puddles of vomit and beer these tired, weary souls left behind when they were done carousing.
Quite the cynic, aren't you?
So, you'd leave it all behind? The adventuring?
You know. People always act as if these decisions are final. The only way to find out how much I'd like that kind of life is by taking a chance, isn't it? And if one day I wake up and find myself in need of a change, I can still pack up my things and hit the road again. Upsides of elven blood. There's plenty of time.
Nobody's forcing you to stay here. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do. Anyway, talk later, shall we? I'm sure you've got battles to prepare.
Okay, let's see if she's got anything else.
Corporal? Need anything?
Oh, man. This doesn't stop.
How are you holding up?
I think I'm good. And you? You're the pariah carrying out Aeonir's will, not me.
I'm getting by.
Aren't we all? So, can I help you with something?
Could you tell me a bit more about your homeland? Finn and Mir?
Well, it's not my homeland anymore, but yeah, shoot.
How is human culture different from elven culture?
I assume you mean Nortander from Finn and Mir? There isn't one elven culture, as little as there's just the humans. Generally spoken, though, I wouldn't say they're too different. Especially not compared to the orcs. Life is a lot slower, mainly due to our lifespan, and elves are even more defined by tradition than humans. They revere nature and value tradition and rules above all else, and they are extremely aware of what they say, how they say it, and to whom. Which also makes it very easy to offend an elf. I'm an exception in that regard, but that was something my vagrant years taught me. But then again, not all elves are like that. There are some who care as little about Ellen the White Tree and the traditions as a troll cares about his morning toilet.
Oh, what role does magic?
What role does magic play among elves?
It's everywhere. Magic is considered a gift of Ellen, and it defines your standing in every possible way. We may have talked about that already, but the whole council who runs the country is made up of mages, which is why the Purity will have a hard time finding followers in Finn and Mir, should they ever be naive enough to try.
I doubt that will ever happen. Elves have a very long lifespan. What's it like to live for so long?
Hard to say, since I don't know what a human body feels like. As an elf, you simply take it for granted. When I first realized how short a human life is during my travels, I was baffled. I've been on this world for 39 years now, and in the elven world, I'm hardly considered an adult. Here, I'd have delivered my 7th child by now. It's strange. That's the best way to describe it. But you know what I eventually came to realize?
Tell me.
That age doesn't necessarily make you wiser. I've talked to 30-year-old humans who understood more of the world than the ancient seers of Finn and Mir. It's all about experiences.
Interesting. There was something else I wanted to ask.
Sure. What?
You never told me why you fled Finn and Mir.
Oh, Well, that's a long story. One I'd rather not discuss now, if you don't mind.
All right. Then maybe another time.
Yes, maybe.
Neither one want to talk about why they left.
Corporal?
What else you got?
Need anything?
This might sound odd, but why did you join me? It was me the Harbinger wanted.
Why are you asking? If you want me to leave, you can just say it. No hard feelings.
No, I just want to understand. You've been putting yourself in a lot of danger for our cause.
I guess so. Well, I hate to disappoint, but I don't think there's a particular reason. As you pointed out in the prison, I'm a fugitive as much as you are, and my best chance of survival was sticking with you.
Alright, well.
Goodbye.
See, we picked up in that treasure chest over here, we picked up that item we needed to improve the dwarf's armor. So let's go improve Igard's armor. And again, we walk forever. Speed up, man, speed up.
Got it. Understood. Interesting.
Give Ismagram to improve armor.
I found some materials. Could you use these to upgrade your armor?
Let me see. Oh, yeah, that could work. I'll start working as soon as possible.
Great.
There we go. Thanks, Tahar.
Alright, so can we
Yeah,
got anything
do you
else
need
new?
something? I'm a tad busy.
Nope.
Goodbye.
Let's get going. Orphan plate mail. We need to do that. I wonder if we quick travel to one of those other locations. No. Him. Him go here. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can make this portal open anywhere else. No, I can't. Alright.
What's next?
Guess we keep walking. Alright, I'll pick this up when we get somewhere. Alright, I feel like a goof. I was looking for the world map, and it's right here. Alright, so we got a few places we can go here on the map. Hard. Like we have anything we can do here. Everything is nearby. I just peruse the map real quick before I select. Lots of mountains. Cool looking map. It's just used as a. Right now we're just in the small area. Put a gore. There. Or go, I guess here. And we want every.
All right.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Now let's switch.
Here we go.
Danger up ahead.
Hold on a moment. Do you see that?
Yeah, fresh trails and a lot of them. An army went through here not too long ago.
Well, let's be on our guard.
Alright, so we're back here. We've been here before, so the map disappeared.
Blazes. Northander soldiers.
Must be your general's men. They followed our trail.
That was faster than expected.
This way, right?
Now would you look at that?
Hold it right there. Hold it right there. What's your business?
We're supposed to meet the mayor of this town, Clara Farland. Where is she?
Claire Farland. What do you want from her?
Tahar, don't. We should scout the area first.
On second thought, I think we're at the wrong village. We'll be off.
The wrong village. Of course. Now get out of my face.
Not a single
good.
villager in sight. That's ghastly. We should try to find Clara Farland as soon as possible.
If they didn't take her.
We got soldiers here. Alright, avoid the conflict, but if we can. Still have access to all the portals. Where'd my group go? Go.
We should get
There they
moving.
are, right in front of me.
Yes?
Oh, there's troops everywhere.
You got it.
Oh, no, don't go in there. Okay, so we can't get to that one that was down there. Boy. Not good. If I remember right, there's no way across over here, because...
Alright, why not?
This, we can get back around over there. Without running into too many troops. Where we need to get to, and no matter how we look at it, we're gonna run into troops. Doesn't look like the troops shoot us on sight, so that's good.
Blasted armor.
Move along. There's nothing for you people to see here.
Alright, we're gonna have to figure out how to get in here. So I guess... go that way.
Sure.
Will do.
Try this. Something here. Guard's gonna stop us? Oh, alright, good. We'll go this way.
Understood.
Help the cart, whoever fabricated cart built. Use their career. Alright. Oh, no, there's another one. Wait.
Let's see.
Move along. There's nothing for you people to see here.
Alright, it looks like no matter what we do, we're gonna have to fight our way in. Hmm. The elves.
Got it.
Alright, so other look.
Sure.
I don't think we're gonna get any allies. Not good. Look at the world map. So Farline's Hope is a bust. So what about right there?
In the shadow of the eponymous mountain lies the wasteland referred to as the Foot of Garga Gore. It is home to the Orcish tribe called the Firewielders, as well as to many unforgiving beasts, from the undead to demons. While most travelers stay away from Garga Gore for this very reason, the Firewielders cherish their homeland's perils. According to Orcish culture, only through constant conflict and danger can a people stay strong and persevere.
Oh, this is not a
All
good
right,
option.
here we are. The Foot of Garga Gore.
And you still think this is a good idea?
I don't think we have a choice. We need all the allies we can find.
Something you need?
If it isn't the dreaded Corporal, I was just about to go on my own.
Well, you're in luck. It turns out we do need an ally. Troops, to be precise.
I had a feeling. And yes, I can help you, provided you help me first.
That was the deal. What do you want?
Your help in preventing a war.
Preventing? I don't mean to be rude, but aren't your kind usually the ones who start them?
That's what most people think. Let me explain. The leader of our tribe is planning to reignite an old war. The War of the Six Races. In other words, he wants to send this world back into chaos. It's stupid and dangerous. But many of my brethren fail to see that. Krell tells them that our tribe has become weak, and that by invading the Nortander and the Elven Empire, we will teach the world to live in fear of us again, as it should be. What they don't see is that no one would benefit from this war. The Firewielders would be wiped out, that's as sure as the sunrise. And both the humans and the elves would suffer greatly from this. Krell tells them that we'd be honoring the struggle, but we wouldn't. It's the act of a fool.
The struggle?
Ah, right. Sorry. I forgot that I'm talking to a pale-skin. The struggle is the core of our culture. At the heart of everything that lives, there's conflict. The wolf hunts the deer runs from the wolf. Without the deer's flesh, the wolf dies. But if there were no wolf, so would the deer. Why? Because without an enemy, it would breed with no constraint. It would procreate until there's no more plants for the deer to eat. Their peace would be their doom. And it's the same with every being. Where there's no conflict, there's stagnation. And stagnation leads to downfall. This is why there has to be the struggle. But we shouldn't discuss this now. All you need to know is that Krell's actions are a threat. Not only to the orcs, but also the other races.
What is this Krell hoping to gain from it, then?
Well, there's two reasons. First of all, the bloodburn.
So the orcs are suffering from it too.
Yes, not as much as you humans do. But there have been outbreaks in some of the tribes. Krell claims that the humans and the elves have manufactured it to wipe us out. Which is why that war would be justified.
That's absurd.
Yes, and he knows it too. But that doesn't stop him from using it to rally the clans behind him nonetheless. And that's the second reason. Krell is a self-obsessed fool. He became High Chieftain with lies and false promises, and people have started to see through that. So now he has no choice but to act.
I see. And what do you intend to do?
Stop him. Orc culture is based on two pillars, strength and wisdom, and I will show him the power of the second one. By allying with a human and defeating Krell, the Fire Wielders will see that even an unlikely alliance can result in strength.
So you want to fight him?
Challenge him. But since he's a coward, I doubt he'll accept, which is what you're here for. There's a second plan if the first one fails.
And in return, I'll get troops.
Yes. If I stop Krell, I will have the whole Fire Wielder tribe behind me, and I'll give you enough Orcish craftsmen and warriors to support your cause.
Agreed. When are you planning to challenge him?
Now. He has agreed to meet me, and I was just about to leave. Ah, one more thing. What's your name?
Tahar.
Good. Then let us be off Tahar. Krell will meet us northeast from here.
Just give the word.
All right, we got a new ally. Hopefully his plan worked. Because I didn't see any hope in getting in there to talk to who we wanted to. Let's level this guy up. Shifter. Frost shield. That'll be good. Arrow. Oh man, he's got a lot of good choices here. Let's go with shape shifting, wolf, bear. Not gonna need that. See how many more I got. He's gonna be up front. That's gonna be a big deal. And powered. Yep, let's go with it. Still got 4 more points. Increase spell power. Requires party level 9. I'm not there yet. Let's do that route. All right.
Now would you look at that?
All right, so we've got our task. Kind of what we're gonna do next. We're gonna take on getting the orcs, I guess, as part of our advancing to the next quest. So we'll pick this up in the next one. If you like these videos, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side. Later.